Welcome back to a brand new episode of Charm City Beat, and god damn it, this is probably the best feeling ever. We just knocked off the undefeated Patriots. Let's talk about it. Woo! By 17 points on Sunday Night Football.
Statement win.
Holy shit. That was great.
Entertaining football games beginning to end.
Wow. Like, such an unreal game. I still barely have a voice.
Same.
And,
Same.
you know, you work in an IT call center, you know. Today sucked at work, I'm not going to lie, because I actually took off yesterday because there was no way in hell I was waking up.
I'll tell you this, and Monday was so much sweeter with that victory.
Oh, my God, so much. And it was just like...
What was it like to be at that game?
To be at that game, wow. Unreal. I've been to quite a few Ravens games. I've been to quite a few, you know, even college football, you know, big games. And it was like, that was like the energy at M&T Bank factoring in Ed Reed getting his ring.
Oh, yeah.
The new light show that they have there, which if you people have never seen it, make sure you can get to a primetime Ravens game. It is by far one of the best stadium experiences I've ever seen.
And from covering the Ravens for 5 years, I think, and going to a bunch of stadiums, the Ravens do have one of the best preseason, pregame ceremony things. And
like, they did not.
Took it up a notch.
They don't have pyro anymore. They don't have pyro anymore because of what happened in Tennessee. That was a little disappointing because I'm so used to seeing that. But either way, it was just like, at first I remember, so Ross, who's usually on the show sometimes, at least back in the day he was, me and him went to the game, and we get to the light route at BWI. First thing I see, you know, is a bunch of Patriots fans, and I'm just like, what the hell?
Here we go.
Like, what is this shit? Like, you know, we have been pregame a little bit, so, you know, it was like, you know, I'm in a party mood, but at the same time, I see that just blew me all the way. So, get on light road, of course, there's our people. And then Ross is like, well, you got to realize it's BWI. The hotels are taking people to this. So I was like, all right, I'll take it easy. Such an amazing game. Retrieved a Justin Tucker kicked ball before the game. Right here.
It wasn't the one that he kicked wide.
No. It was like before the game. Like, it was like we were at the end zone. And he's just you're not even shanking him. Like, I mean, kicking him from like 60 yards. I mean, like, it's insane. And like, this ball just fell through the net, and I walked away with a nice souvenir.
That's awesome.
You probably can't see it, but it's even got the like Ravens logo on it. It's awesome. So, yeah.
And I feel like all that theatrics in the beginning, and the Ed Reed ring, and the light show, and the crowd, I think it spurred the Ravens to that 17-point opening. You know, points, and they were well on their way to blowing up the Patriots.
My God. Like, it was unreal. You had, like, right before kickoff, that's when they introduced Ed Reed.
Of course, yeah.
And it was, like, instantaneous. Like, you would have thought the Beatles had walked in. Like, it was, like, insane. Absolute rock star. I mean, I think it set the tone, and it was funny how they used Ed Reed. And I love it. I respect it. You know, anytime they needed us to make noise, let's just show Ed Reed smoking a cigar on the screen. Yeah. I was like, this is awesome. I mean, you're not going to cheer for that. You're going to cheer for that. I
tell you, I like that more than what a lot of stadiums do, which is they'll put a legendary player or even a current player on the scoreboard, almost like you see in college. And like, let's go, get loud. The Ravens don't do that. They never do that. So to have a player in the house of Ed Reed's stature, maybe the greatest safety of all time, latest class Hall of Fame, pump the crowd up against his arch nemesis Tom Brady against the undefeated New England Patriots on prime time.
Like, it was the most poetic situation ever, and it was just like, it was an amazing game, start to finish. Of course, like, you know, my wife's texting me, you know, while I'm at the game. She's like, "Oh, screw these analysts! Like, they're counting against us. Like, fuck these guys." I'm like, "It's fine. We're all fine. Screw Brady." But it worked out because, I mean, jumping ahead by that much, it was like,
it felt like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
When they beat the 49ers. And instead of the lights going off, it was Cyrus Jones fumbling it, Mark Ingram fumbling it. And when you give Tom Brady the ball in the red zone by accident, they're going to cash in. I mean, that's what he does.
It was tough.
So that game got real tight, real fast. I wasn't particularly worried because I knew the Ravens were probably going to force a turnover or two also, which ended up happening. Mm-hmm. But you kind of saw how the Ravens need to play mistake-free football, especially down the road later if they face them again if they want a chance to beat them.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, we really, really got to see what Ravens football is all about. I think after the bye week, they added a few things. They looked really polished. And one thing that is insane, man, we've seen this all season. Time of possession, man. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It felt like the Ravens offense was on the field at times for like half the game, it seemed like. And they did not look at all tired. Like, they were good. Like, they're well-conditioned. I think they are a really conditioned team, and that's impressive.
Yeah, and you didn't really see too much of Gus Edwards in this game. You didn't see much of any of Justice Hill. Mark Ingram, 2 weeks healthy, just really toted the rock in the game. Lamar Jackson with his legs. I mean, they did Lamar Jackson made some key throws on third or fourth down to keep the drive, to keep the game alive. Because if you give the ball back to the Patriots at all, I think in the second half there, the Ravens probably lose this football game.
Let's actually see that. The one catch by Mark Andrews, that first down catch, pivotal in the second half.
I think it was to play the game.
Yeah, Mario, roll it. Again, I mean, when you're taking on the Patriots, momentum like that, like any momentum you can get against the Patriots, take it.
And it's good to see Mark Ingram because Mark Andrews, sorry.
He had a really tough game 2 weeks ago.
Against Seattle. Big drop. So to come back and to get that big-time catch there. And then Nick Boyle with the touchdown.
Got his first career touchdown. And it was funny, actually. I remember, funny enough, I was talking to Ross about that because, you know, I mean, we're bigger guys, so we root on the big boys, the tight ends. And, you know, we're joking. I was like, oh, my God, like, how the hell has Nick Boyle not had a touchdown? Like, this is before the game even began. I don't even know why we were talking about this. But it's like, I'm pretty sure I've gotten, you know, him a touchdown in Madden before. Like, he's definitely had a touchdown. Oh, yeah. Just joking. Of course, actually funny, playing Madden yesterday, I'm like 3 years deep into this franchise. And, like, I threw Nick Boyle one just because, and it was like first career touchdown. I was like, oh, shit, I guess I haven't thrown him one.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the ball
even in a video game, I forget him.
He's usually around the 4 or 5, 6 catch mark in games. And that's career.
It's impressive.
Product of the University of Delaware.
Yeah.
You never had one with Joe Flacco either, which is crazy. He was trying to write that story for years.
Yeah.
But
Joe Flacco.
the offense was great. I think it showed the world what we're capable of in primetime. I think we finally got to showcase what this year's Lamar Jackson was like to the national audience. And I think it put the NFL on notice, significant notice.
Yeah, I mean, especially that one touchdown. Now, like I said, the Patriots defense, you know, I mean, you guys got guys like Kyle Van Noy back there just flying around. And you've heard his name a lot.
They're built to stop your prototypical offense. But I think that the way Lamar Jackson runs his offense, they had trouble. They could even a week of practice, and Belichick probably training all year for this game.
He probably had a wide receiver or someone who could run fast just playing quarterback.
Wide receivers can't throw. That's what makes Lamar Jackson.
That's true. And they were even, and, you know, people have been saying that you can't prepare for him. I mean, let's just look at this play where he seemed like he walked into the end zone.
He keeps it to the end zone, touchdown.
You can't prepare for Lamar Jackson. Now, I feel like teams that are outside of a division may get a second chance. For example, last year's Chargers. Yeah. Now, that was a different, very vanilla Lamar offense.
Correct.
Wasn't the same offense.
And it was 2 weeks removed, and the Chargers kind of knew that they were going to get the Ravens again anyway.
Exactly.
So they pretty much were game plan. Again, and then Lamar Jackson still was brought them back in that football game. And that was, I mean, and I think
that was before all the hard work he put in. Yeah. So it's like, you're not, I mean, yeah, you know, and the greatest thing about the Patriots is we may see them again. We may see them.
Probably will, yeah.
Possibly. It's highly likely we're probably going to see them again. So I'm really interested for round 2. But
likely in Foxborough.
I hope not, but whatever.
AFC East.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, going into that, you can't prepare for him. You don't know, number one, what type of Lamar Jackson. I mean, these in the best way possible. You don't know if you're going to get that cheat code running quarterback or if you're going to get a quarterback that can torch you over there. Yeah, he's done both this season.
He had less than 80 yards rushing against the Patriots.
Yeah.
I think almost 200 yards passed, not quite.
And the thing about it
3
is,
touchdowns, though.
even though he's not breaking 200 every or 300 every game, which I guess is about average for most NFL quarterbacks, the throws he's making are on point and they're important throws.
Yes.
You know, it's not like, oh, here's a dump off, here's a dump. No, these are key drive throws when he needs to. And, I mean, honestly, I love it. I think, honestly, without question, he is changing the quarterback game.
That's been there all year, but I feel like I think the defense has really come on the last few weeks. I think the addition of Peters, getting Jimmy Smith back,
it helped.
And, you know, making some moves there to shift up the linebacking core. You're seeing a more confident team that's really bought into the scheme. The communication issues that were plaguing this team at the beginning of the year are more or less been solved.
Yeah.
You're seeing a much more confident Earl Thomas back there. And to shut out the Seahawks in the second half, to shut out the Patriots in the fourth quarter, you know, probably the 2 most clutch quarterbacks in the NFL.
These are unreal, like, happenings.
And it's right now, I mean, and the team's only going to get better as playoffs go.
Yeah.
If they stay healthy.
I mean, I think if you had went back a few weeks ago, I think, you know, after we were coming off Kansas City and then after the Browns, it was like the biggest concern wasn't the offense, in my opinion. It was like, what the hell are we going to do without a defense? And now here we are, right when the goings get hot, when this schedule's about to turn up a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to have to travel. It's going to get colder. It's going to get harder to play football. This defense is turning up when it needs to. And the offense is healthy. You know, I mean, they try getting Marquise Brown back into it, and that's only going to continue. Ease him back in. There's no need to rush him. We didn't need to.
I agree.
So, I mean, looking ahead next week against the Bengals, you never want to count them out because you just don't know. Yes, they have a rookie quarterback in, but look at what happened with Denver with an unproven quarterback.
Sure.
So you don't know, but at the same time, this is another good moment for that defense and the offense, but more importantly, the defense to get better.
But I think always the X factor, and I think why I'm not too worried about it is because of who I think should get the game ball for last week. And that's Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
I mean, it is a guy that week in and week out hates to lose.
Hates it.
He brings the ability to score every time he touches the football.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to get the game where Joe Flacco can't hit receivers or, you know, because it doesn't matter. I think the Ravens they haven't scored less than 20 points all year. So I think it's going to continue. And I just don't see the Bengals putting up that many points with a rookie quarterback, with a banged up A.J. Green coming back. I don't see it.
Let's start something new. Predictions. What do you think next week?
I think it's a little closer than people think, but I still think the Ravens win by the big score. I'll say
points.
I'll say 32-17.
I'm going to probably say, I think honestly it is going to be a decent enough game. I'm going to say probably about, if I had to make a decision, 30 to about 14. Yeah. I'll give him 2 touchdowns. But I think honestly it's going to be a game where we may get caught off guard at some time, but then hopefully we can bounce back and just show them.
If we play mistake-free football, no turnovers,
it's no question.
I don't see the Bengals going.
It's going to be a quiet-ass game anyway, so there ain't going to be any stadium noise, you know, getting them nervous. But
they just can't look ahead to the Texans in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Who might be the best team in the AFC. If
You
not the
can't overlook the Bengals because historically the Bengals have screwed us. It has happened so many damn times. Oh, I hate the Bengals. I don't even have a reason other than the fact that they just keep screwing us inadvertently to hate them. It's like you're no competition with us until we play you mysteriously and all of a sudden you become a decent team. But, I mean, honestly, I am very impressed with this Ravens team. That was a coming out party, you know, I think they showed the world, hey, we're here.
Yep.
You know, the MVP chance at the end of the game for Lamar Jackson shows just that the city has bought in. The Baltimore fan base has totally bought in, I think, at this point.
And shout out to Eric DeCosta for putting this whole roster together. I'm excited to see
Dude! I'm excited for the second half of this season, but we're still going to be here talking about it. So don't forget to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. We got some UFC videos with Pat coming later. And, yeah, that does it for our show. Take care.